Okay.
So what I said is, being a foreigner, and I have raised a family here, and legally here. But at the moment, we are very careful about
Oh yeah.
what we think of America. But I can tell you this. Last year, I went to Finland to see if I wanted to retire to Finland. And I realized that Finnish people are very well educated. And so they tend to have the same ideas and attitudes about things. It's a small country with 5.5 million people. And I realized that in the US, there are so many groups, subgroups of, religions, political views, etc., racial, that here I was more free. I didn't need to belong to anyone. I didn't need to listen to the same thing every day. There is a variety of opinions. So this is the place where I feel free.
In terms of, you feel like you can think more freely here?
Yes, I don't need to belong to any group, and I don't. So, the only other place like this was, I felt when I was in India. And so that's another big democratic, democracy kind of, with maybe a different interpretation than here, and also different from Europe.
Do you feel like what the source of that difference is? Or like what that difference is most demonstrated by?
India is an old place, just like Europe.
Yeah, U.S. is not very old.
Not very old. And,
it's like a toddler.
For a long time I didn't want to become a citizen because of the slavery, because of the way Native Americans have been treated, the Latinos, and I felt like I'm signing under all that stuff.
Yeah, you're co-signing it.
And so, it took a Navajo actually to...
A Navajo?
A Navajo. I was in Arizona, and I stopped by one of those jewelry roadside stands, and I told this to the Navajo working there, and he said...
They have like roadside stands in Arizona, like the Native American people?
Yeah, selling jewelry and blankets and whatnot.
I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
I've never been to Arizona.
Oh, you should go, it's nice. And so anyway, he said, we bear no grudges. And I thought, wow, those people are wise. Why walk around being angry? And so when I got back to Vermont, I was telling my friends and co-workers about it. And then I went back the next year. And I happened to stop at the same place. And so I told the Navajo, the same guy, that, I told all my friends about not having any grudges. And as I said that, I realized I have a lot of grudges.
A lot of grudges.
And so he said, yeah, we are brought up that way. And so I thought, wow, what a wise culture. So anyway, that's my America story for today.
Yeah, that's a good story. Do you think we have something to learn from the Native American people, the indigenous people here?
Definitely, yes. They had a big influence on the early governments anyway about democracy. It's not just Greece, but also especially the Iroquois.
What's that?
It's a tribe. It was actually a federation of different tribes, and I don't know exactly the structure of the democracy, but they did have kind of a democratic system.
Okay, interesting. My friend from college, his name was like Atte. Like A-T-T-E. What's his name?
Atte, not Atte.
We called him Ace.
Oh.
So,
much easier.
I can't even, I don't even know. I don't think I learned how to say his name the right way. That's why I had to sit here. I said,
when,
Atte.
when I got kids with my wife, you know, I proposed some Finnish names.
Okay. That didn't go over.
She was just rolling her eyes.
And so how has it been like raising your children with their identity in mind? I feel like the U.S. really pushes a culture of assimilation, right? It's like,
Yes.
like even what you're saying right with the names is kind of like you'd be resisting
one
it.
of the things
Sorry.
is my wife, unfortunately, she passed away.
Oh, condolences.
And she was American. She was actually from New York.
Oh yeah. I knew she was American when you said she rolled her eyes.
Long Island. And so
You know where on Long Island?
Garden City.
Okay, cool.
And so
Of course
anyway,
you know.
it was, you know, the way you look at life in Finland, it's very different. So trying to teach my boys the language seemed kind of ridiculous, you know, because the way you use the words, the expressions, the way they relate to life was so different. You know, so they are, especially one of them is kind of angry at me for not having taught Finnish, but you know, they do have dual citizenships,
Well, that's cool.
European and US, so that's kind of a big boom. So they are happy about that.
Do they say they don't speak any Finnish?
No. No, we used to go as a family to visit, but it's not enough for them to learn in Finnish.
So do you think? Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, one of them visited my family
Oh, that's nice.
last year, but for a very short time. And it was like a wake-up call for him, because what I had said about Finland and what he experienced via his American education were really two different things.
Oh, really?
You know, you have to stay in a country kind of a long time really to get it. Even my usage of English, if I try to write, is not very efficient, I feel. You know, because I don't really have it down. Even if I read a lot and wrote a lot, you know, so, but still.
That sounds like a little bit of a mental block, though. I feel like if you write enough and you read enough, at some point it becomes a confidence issue.
Yes, maybe, yes.
I think so. I think a lot of people come here, especially people that speak Spanish only, and I feel like for a long time they'll be like, I don't speak English, and they'll be like, you know, they'll be conversant, they just don't speak out loud.
Yeah. I was a manager at a place, and I had some Latinos that were working under me, and I know that the issue and the difficulty with all the white guys. You know.
Absolutely. Let's say we're about to leave.
Yeah.
They're tired of me.
That is downtown from here. That is right.
Yeah, I have no idea where I am. But I really appreciate you letting me interview you.
Yeah.
My platform is called We Them Media. I can show it to you.
Yeah.
And this is for We Them Media and for Pixar It Didn't Happen. With Pixar It Didn't Happen, this guy Kenny, the founder of it, he's been giving away $100 a week to people around the world who go out and ask these different questions I told you.
Yeah.
Do you have any question you'd want to ask people around the world?
Around the world.
Yeah.
You know, this is my world here. What do I want to...
Yeah. But we have people submit from India, from Nigeria, Kenya, and Uganda so far. And so if you could get people in 6 countries to answer your question.
Yes. One maybe interesting question would be what makes them happy in the place that they are actually living in?
What makes them happy in the place they're living in?
Yes. And what makes them unhappy? Like, how do they feel about the place that they live?
Okay, their grievances and their appreciations.
Yes. You know, like here, especially, you wonder, what do people think? You know, how do they relate to themselves, to the world, to their family, to
I have to go.
Yeah.
See them. They're waiting
Okay.
impatiently. But it's very nice to meet you, sir.
Yes.
And I appreciate your time.